Hello and welcome to Kickoff Commentary, and it is day 3 of our 4-day series chronicling the teams of the brand new football league, the Alliance of American Football, the AAF. As always, it'll be covering 2 teams, one from the Eastern Conference and one from the Western Conference, the Memphis Express and the San Antonio Commanders. Let's start with the Memphis Express. The Express are coached by Mike Singletary and are playing in the Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium. Mike Singletary is a legend of the NFL as a linebacker. He spent 11 seasons with the Chicago Bears as part of the Monsters of the Midway defense and won a Super Bowl as part of the legendary 1985 Chicago Bears. Singletary is a 10-time Pro Bowler and a Pro Football Hall of Famer. Unfortunately for Mike, his first coaching tenure is best known for this. Ah yes, I want winners. One of the infamous coaching rants in NFL history. Right up there with Dennis Green's "The Bears are who we thought they were," Herm Edwards' "You play to win the game," and everyone's favorite Jim Mora's "Playoffs rant." It's a shame that Mike's first coaching tenure didn't go so well because he really was an awesome NFL player and he seems like a genuinely good dude. I'm hoping he does well as the coach of the Express. A notable player for the Express is Zach Mettenberger, and I find this hilarious. Why? Because his coach is famous for a speech called "I Want Winners," and poor Zach went 0-10 as a quarterback starting in the National Football League. Mettenberger went to college at LSU, played a few years for the Titans, where, as I said, he went 0-10, was unable to get a victory, and got washed out of the league not long after. Mettenberger's not an untalented player, at least from what I remember. His interception numbers were a bit high, but he threw some touchdowns in there, too. I don't see why he can't be successful if he was coached well, because those Titans teams were not very good. There's a reason they got Marcus Mariota with the first overall pick after the 2015 season. They weren't a good team. Another player on the team is Zach Stacy, running back. Played a couple years in the NFL for the Rams and Jets. Got traded after the Rams took Todd Gurley, and then retired after the 2016 season due to injuries and to take care of his brother who has Down syndrome. That is a very noble goal, and I commend him for it. Stacy's excited to make a return here with the AAF. I certainly hope he does well with a story like that. How can you root against him? And he was a pretty good running back for the Rams, if I remember correctly. He had a couple 100-yard games in there. And a final notable player for this team is Christian Hackenberg, former quarterback out of Penn State who was drafted in the second round by the Jets. Now, if you know who Christian Hackenberg is, you know that his reputation follows him. Hackenberg, despite being a second-round pick, was never able to take the field in any NFL action, at least during the regular season. He infamously hit reporters on multiple occasions due to accuracy issues during training camp, and the Jets once sent him away from practice because he could not break a huddle the way they wanted him to. Hackenberg didn't get off to the best or really any notable start in the National Football League, but the kid is talented. He's 6'4", got a cannon for an arm. If he can be developed, I don't see why he can't be successful. Obviously, he hasn't to this point. Maybe a new start in a brand new league with little to no expectations is what Christian finally needs to get back on track. But man, Mike's got a lot of work to do on this one. So overall in the Express, I consider them a team that has potential. We'll say a team that has potential. A lot of guys that really need this. A guy like Zach Mettenberger, it'd be great to see him finally get a win at a professional level, something he's been unable to do. Mike Singletary, it'd be good to see if he can really lead a team well as a head coach after the Niners' tenure didn't go exactly out planned. He wasn't terrible in San Fran, but he wasn't great either. Christian Hackenberg, it'll be nice to see if he gets any playing time, if he's actually an NFL quarterback, or even a decent quarterback at any level of football. And again, just like I said, Zach Stacy is a pretty good guy, so it'd be good to see if he did well. Now we're moving on to the San Antonio Commanders. The Commanders are coached by Mike Riley and will play their games at home in the Alamo Dome. Mike Riley was the head coach of the Oregon State Beavers from 11 years, from 2003 to 2014, and then 2 years with the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Riley hopes to lead a team in San Antonio here that, unfortunately, I do hate to say this, I don't have a good depth of knowledge on. There are a few players on the team that have been on NFL rosters before, but none of them I have a strong depth of knowledge on. It's a shame to say this about a team, because I did want to be thorough to a point to at least give you something to know about these teams, but honestly for San Antonio's roster, I really don't have much to say. That doesn't mean they're untalented. Some of those guys maybe I haven't heard of are going to be the league MVP. It's not impossible, I just personally don't have the depth of knowledge on them to really give you anything on these guys, and I apologize for that. And with that wraps up the 2 teams for today. Which of the 2 teams do you like better? Obviously, Memphis had a lot more information to work with. Maybe you know something personally about the Commanders that I don't, or you're just a big Mike Riley fan. Let me know down in the comments section what you think. I still want to know what your favorite team in this league is going to be, or if you're going to wait until after the games start. That's also fine. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. But most importantly, have a great day.